Welcome to Inside the NBA. There are several important dates in Arizona history. One of them is February 14th, 1912. That's when Arizona became the 48th state. Another is February 25th, 1988. That's when Kevin Johnson and Mark West arrived from Cleveland. For the significance of the latter, here's Nicole Watson from the Wild West.
Now, there's nothing like a good Western. A little gunslinging, and maybe even a shootout at high noon. Now, in this story, there's a frontier known as Arizona, but the town of Phoenix needed a guy to run things. Someone once said, "Go west, young man," and in came Kevin Johnson. Kevin was the local hero, and they made him sheriff. Fortunately, he came complete with his own deputy, Mark West.
Mark's the type of guy that, unfortunately, a lot of people don't get to know him, and he is the smartest individual I know, and he has so much depth. And he really is kind of my sounding board. And also, he coaches me more than maybe anybody coaches me in the game of basketball. So I think all the improvement people have seen in Kevin Johnson, or all the things that I've been able to bring to the Phoenix Suns in the last 2 years, are a direct result of Mark West and his encouragement, his influence, and his motivation.
Well, I have to do set the tone most of the time, as far as the physical aspect of the game. If we're in with a team who's going to bump and run, I have to be the one that says, yeah, we're going to play that type of game too. And if we're in a team that doesn't want to bump and run, I still have to say, well, we're going to bump and run anyway. You know, that's my job basically, is to set that pretty much that physical tone, you know, and Kevin's job is to set the running up and down, you know, and to set our presence on the backboard on what we're going to do as far as rebounding the ball.
When we went out to do this and we're going to change the whole team and only keep Jeff Hornacek on it, we needed a good foundation to build from. And they were going to be the foundation. They were the cornerstones, the work ethic that you ask for. They're good people, and you can count on them.
Well, the good guys won again. Johnson and West brought their posse to the Valley and captured another part of the West. Now, legend has it that it's almost impossible to beat the Lakers in the Great Western Forum. But the Suns put an end to some of that folklore. Now, the only true test for Phoenix is to get past Portland. Then, and only then, will we be able to tell the true story of how the West was won.
The championship road came through Los Angeles, of course, but that's not the end of the road. You know, the end of the road is going to be if you can go through Detroit or go through Chicago in the East. So if you don't get that past this part, you've accomplished a few things, but we're really, for the team here, we haven't accomplished more than we did last year.
15 years ago today, the playoff spotlight was on Golden State. The Warriors, led by our own Rick Barry, swept the Washington Bullets to win the NBA title. Game 4 was in Washington, but the Bullets, led by Elvin Hayes and Wesley Unseld, came up a point short. Rick Barry dominated the series, setting a 4-game playoff record with 118 points. During the regular season, Barry led the league in steals and free throw percentage. He was second in scoring to Bob McAdoo. He topped off that year by being named the playoff MVP. 15 years ago today, Rick Barry led the Golden State Warriors past the Washington Bullets for the NBA title. Rick Barry, the MVP. Al Attles was the coach, and I remember Al Attles at the victory celebration wearing a white sport coat, just like the one Rick is wearing tonight. Out of style? Nah, a returning trend.